Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone, this is Al Kabir, the analyst, and today I'll be talking to Las Vegas Raiders and them being the most disappointing team, and also will they make the playoffs? This is Al Kabir, the analyst. All right, people think I'm a Raiders hater because off season I said they will be in last place in their division. I don't see really any improvements or anything that they made. They added Nelson Aguilar. I can't lie, it definitely fit that system. I wasn't a big fan of him. Henry Ruggs, things like that. Wasn't really. Henry Ruggs is okay. It just they didn't do anything to show me that they're that next team up. And as the season was going, I'm like, you know what, the Raiders are better than what I expected. So I issued out an apology. I'm like, well, the Raiders, they better than what I thought. So I apologize to Raiders Nation. They was on the roll. They was winning. And now all of a sudden, these last couple of games, I believe they like 1-4 down the stretch. And they 7-7. And it's getting real thin for them. It's getting real thin for them to make the playoffs. You got the Browns who already won 9 games. You got the Ravens who is getting hot. That's the team I thought that was not going to make the cut, and I thought the Raiders was going to make the cut. But now the Ravens are getting hot. I believe the Ravens 8-5. They starting to look like their dynamic self. They starting to front run against teams again. Lamar Jackson looking like Lamar Jackson. Browns, I told everybody, will be above 500 team, and that's what they are. You got the Dolphins, who I thought was going to be a pretty good contending team, and they are. And you got the Colts. And I didn't expect it from the Colts, but the Colts, and they already, I believe, won 9 games, so it's getting real thin. It's getting real thin, and I believe the Raiders actually play the Dolphins. So they need the Dolphins to lose. They got to beat the Dolphins. They need the Ravens to lose. So it's like it's just too many scenarios where there's a better chance of them losing than these other teams are losing. So they play the Dolphins and the Broncos. I'm pretty sure the Broncos are going to go hard because it's a division game, and they're going to fight for pride. You got the Dolphins who need a spot. So it's like it's getting real thin for the Raiders. And to me, I'm watching a game against the Chargers, they must-win game. It's like their defense just couldn't show up. I mean, the offense did everything it could besides Marcus Mariota throwing that pick, but I believe that the Chargers only got a field goal. So you had, I believe the Raiders kicker was missing field goals, fumbled the snap. So it was just a complete downside to their special teams, like I believe how I've been all year. And it's just the defense couldn't get no pressure on Justin Herbert. He was back there literally all day. The corners were getting cooked, no doubt about it, but how long do you expect for them to guard a wide receiver? I thought my team's secondary was bad. That Raiders secondary is terrible. There's no way that the wide receivers from the Chargers are that good. It seems like they was just open, no pressure. They did get one good sack, but other than that, Justin Herbert did whatever he wanted. And Marcus Mariota was responding. He added a new spark to that offense. He was running the ball, so he was more of a threat. They ran an RPO a lot, and once again, the Raiders are just disappointing, man. How you start the season that hot just to go out that cold? This gotta be most disappointing for the fans. You get amped up. Y'all in a new stadium. Maybe y'all go to the playoffs. It's been a while, and now it's looking thin. And they looking like, not trying to knock them, not trying to hate on them, but they looking like now what I expected in the beginning of the season. It's just a team that's that just look flat. The Raiders just, especially on the defense, the offense, I can't complain, but the defense just looked too flat. And you telling me that Tua's not gonna go off on that defense? And you think Marcus Mariota is gonna do that to the Dolphins defense? Have you been seeing the Dolphins defense? A lot of people say the Saints defense is the best, but just eye test, not analytics, eye test, that Dolphins defense, my guy Xavier Howard, like that Dolphins defense is no joke. You see how they made Patrick Mahomes look, the MVP look, the Super Bowl MVP. He looked average against the Dolphins. So you telling me that the Dolphins defense are not better than the Chargers defense? They will slow down Marcus Mariota if he happen to play and Derek Carr growing as a right. So I don't see a scenario where they can beat the Dolphins. I don't really see any scenarios where the Ravens lose out and the Dolphins lose out. So I don't see that. So it's looking real thin. A chance is a chance. It's the NFL. You just never know. But right now, it's looking thin. And that Chargers game was a must-win game. And the Chargers don't have a defense. Now they're going to go up against a competitive Denver and then also a competitive Dolphins. Once they lost the Atlanta game, that was it. That was it. And it's sad to see their season probably come to an end like this. Build up all that temptation, thought you was gonna be something, and unfortunately, it looks like they're not. And seems like the organization is just playing with these fans hard. Maybe next year they work on that secondary, work on that defense, but couldn't get no pressure once again and couldn't guard any receivers. And it's been like that for the past couple games. How do you get in a shootout with the Jets? That's the last team they beat was the Jets. And the Jets lost that game on purpose. How you bring an all-out blitz on basically a desperation pass. Like, come on. But not to talk about the Jets, let's get into the Raiders. And disappointing, man. But how do you feel about the Raiders? Are they the most disappointing team right now? I say yes. You could go Atlanta, but after you see how Atlanta was playing, it's like you get it. They just losing and it is what it is. But the Raiders started off hot. Looked like they was going to be playoff Raiders. Looked like they was going to be dangerous. They fought with Kansas City Chiefs both times. They actually knocked them off and then fought with them the second game. And you just think, wow, this team is competitive, and they just going down the drain. It happens, man. It's the NFL, and I'm not gloating about this, of course. I'm going to keep my apology about the Raiders because they are better than what I expected. And I can only see them trending up from here. But yes, they are the most disappointing team to me. And if not, who is the most disappointing team to you? But this is Al Kabir, the analyst. Goes.